Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Was an Uchiha Konoha's Reaction. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie. Now before continuing this, shout out is due. Shout out to Spidey X Arco for inspiring this idea. I have taken a lot of things from his idea and compiled it into the form of this story. Now please go easy on me because I am making a reacting story after a long time. So yeah, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel and yeah, today's story as well. And please do leave your comments in the comment section from where I pick up most of the ideas for the stories and take inspirations from them. Anyways, enough said. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, a few weeks after the third great shinobi war, as we go towards the said village to see that the village was still celebrating. Even after a few weeks at the end of the war, because they have come out on top again. After the sorrowfulness of funerals that went throughout the whole village, we see that now they were finally celebrating their victory over the rest of the elemental nation, because the odds were against them as the all four nations and their armies were stacked up against them. But Konoha had a new rising star up its sleeve, its ace, Minato Namikaze, who with the help of Hirishin was able to defeat and take care of more than thousands of shinobi in an instant, and thanks to that earned the moniker of the Yellow Flash. As now we see, he alongside many others and the current Kage were celebrating as they passed out drinking that night. And once they woke up, they found themselves in seemingly endless white void, as they were all shocked as Minato was the first one to get up. As he looked around him to see that many of the people were still knocked out cold, as he had a huge headache. Oh, my head. It's killing me. Where even is this? Is this a genjutsu? Ah, oh, damn it. Fugaku, you idiot. While being drunk, you casted a genjutsu on us. Kai! Kai! He yelled out, and looked around to see that everything was as it is, as now he got somewhat serious and aware of the situation, and the others began to wake up as well, as he finally noticed who was there with him. Jiraiya was there, Tsunade was there, Koharu, Homura, Tanzo, as well as his friends, all of the Shinobi Council, as well as the current Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi. What the hell? What is going on here? Where are we all, Minato? I don't know. I don't know, Hokage-sama, where we are. It seems like someone brought us here, because it's not a genjutsu. And why would you think that I am the one who would do this? Well, that was my first thought, Fugaku. Maybe you're drunk and you know how you get when you're drunk, right? We promised that we won't talk about this. Enough, said Hiyashi Yuga. We need to find a way out of here. Do any of you have any ideas how we can get out of here? That would be me, actually, who would have any idea of how you can get out, said a voice as they looked up to see a figure that was standing on the other side now. And seemingly a structure and a few chairs appeared out of nowhere that were not there before. How did you? Relax, Minato. This is my plane and domain. In here, I control everything. Who are you? I am the owner of this zone. It is called the Null Zone, in which I control each and everything. You can call me the Null Keeper, because I am the keeper of this place. Alright, Keeper-san. Why did you brought us here then? Said Hiruzen. Good question, Hiruzen Sarutobi. It is regarding a child. The child of prophecy? Yes, Jiraiya. Child of prophecy. Right hit on the mark. As everyone looked at Jiraiya, well, I kind of had a hunch. Enough. First of all, you should need to take a place to sit down first, because I know sitting on the ground might get uncomfortable for you because you'll be here for a long time. And don't worry, the time has stopped for all of you, and it will remain as it is until the time you get back. And how long that will be? Said Kushina. Oh, it will be long enough. You'll see. As they all settled down, as finally Tizumi Inuzuka then said, Oh, come on, already begin with. Stop killing me with this. Yes, secrecy? Of course. I know you're impatient, Tizumi Inuzuka. Well, the thing is that I have brought you here for only one reason. That even concerns us all. Us? There are more of you? Yes, Tsunade. Kami Yamen Shinigami. You can call me their servant. and I am here, tasked to show you the future. Wait, don't it go against? I know what it goes against, Hiruzen. It is for the good cause. That is why I'm doing this, and the people here might learn a few things of what I'm about to show, and they might be able to change their reality. But won't it have any impact badly? It does, but for the good reason. Because it needs to happen. The future that you're about to see is your future, and mark my words when I say this. The future is not any good. And the child of prophecy, he's the center of it all. What does the prophecy say, Jiraiya? Tell this to everyone first. The prophecy states that a child born from the yellow and red will either bring peace, or if betrayed, will bring war and destruction to the elemental nations. See? So now, with this prophecy, you should be able to realize what child that would be, yellow and red. As some of the people already figured out, as Shikaku Nara, the genius who blamed and cursed his, elders for being such people, slammed his head against the table. Oh God, what a drag. What is it? Why are you acting like that, Shikaku asked Kushina. You goddamn woman, it's your kid he's talking about, your and Minato's, as both of them blushed. Wait, what? Our kid? Said Minato, regaining his, senses. Yes, Minato. You see, we'll begin with the birth of your child. Now watch. As the screen appeared, and on it displayed the birth of Naruto, and the mark of the greatest catastrophe Konoha has ever faced aside from the wars, the QB attack. As now we see, as they all watched the QB attack begin, everyone froze in an instant. No, this can't be happening, said Kushina. As Minato then said, there has to be a reason behind this all. Oh, there is. You see that masked person there? As the scene cut it towards where Minato and Kushina were, as they saw an infant child being held hostage in the arms of a masked person, as they saw the confrontation between Minato and the masked person. You think that you can have your own child peacefully after what you made other families go through, Minato. Don't harm him. Whatever you need I will give you. Just leave my kid alone. Well, aren't you just generous, Hokage? What I want is your wife, the Jinchuriki. I need the Biju. Impossible. Dad, Minato, please, said Kushina, who was visibly tired. Protect our child. Oh, damn it, said Minato after thinking for a bit. I will rescue you, Kushina. As now we see, Minato grabbed the child, and only to find that there were explosive seals underneath. As Minato and everyone else was shocked watching this, as Kushina then said, what a sick bastard he is. To do this to an infant kid was to do nothing with all of this. These people are sick to the head, Kushina. They will do anything in order to achieve what they want. You're right about that, Minato. As everyone watched more impatiently as they saw, as Minato, once saving the kid and leaving some of the clones there, arrived back to see Kushina, but she wasn't there, and all the nurses and Biwako Sarutobi was on the ground, dead. Oh my God, said Hiruzen. This can't be happening. We have to find out who this person is. We're about to. As then the scene cut it, as we see Minato and the masked person confronting each other, as Minato was able to injure him, as everyone cheered, but that is when all of the hell broke loose when they saw behind Minato a huge visage of the QB emerging and rampaging everywhere, as they heard screams and yells as Minato froze, as the man behind the mask began to laugh. He noticed now, Minato. Now choose. Save your village or come after me. Which is it going to be? As Minato gritted his teeth and said, whoever you are, I will come after you. That is, if you survive today's attack, Minato. As Minato realized that he was low on chakra. Who even the hell are you? I told you already. I am Madara Uchiha. As Fugaku then jumped up. That is bullshit. But Fugaku, look at the eyes. They are the Sharingan. As Fugaku was speechless because the QB's eyes were morphed in the form of a Mangekyo. That is the Mangekyo Sharingan. its ultimate genjutsu that only Madara was able to cast with the eternal form of it, a cursed form of the Sharingan to ever exist. So it might be Madara then? No, that is impossible, said Hiruzen. Sensei killed that bastard at the Valley of the End. That cannot be. Mito-sama was there. She testified. As that is when something interesting happened. As Kyuubi took over Kushina. Quiet, you old fool. Madara had the eternal form of the Mangekyo Sharingan, and I can sense that it is his eyes. Kyuubi, listen, let's call it a truce for the time being, because I, as for one, am sure as hell that I will change this. I won't allow myself for this to happen. And you can sure as hell make sure that I won't try to break free from that accursed seal, Kushina, when she's going to give birth. So we can change that. Alright, so this is the first thing that we're gonna change. Yes, you should. Because it will not only allow you to have more protection around you, it will also make sure that if that man appears, it will be easy to tackle him and save both Kushina, Kyuubi, and Naruto. Naruto? Yes, your child's name. Now let's continue and see what happens from here on out. As they all saw the battle carried out as Kamabunta arrived, and the battle seemed even out for a bit until the Kyuubi broke free and unleashed all its wrath and anger upon them, and on Madara in frantic search of him. As Kushina appeared using her adamantium chains as Minato used the Hakafuyin to seal away the Biju, seeing no other choice inside his son. And after that, Hiruzen tried his best, as a few years jumped by as they watched flashes of images as Naruto grew up alone as a pharaoh of the village. All thanks to one elder, Danzo Shimura, who spread out the word to the civilians, who now hated the kid's gut but couldn't do anything because telling Naruto it was punishable by death, as well as harming him even worse. And what could be worse than that? Well, it was shame. The walk of shame that Hiruzen has created. The ultimate punishment in Konoha. And nobody wanted that. So henceforth, they just outright ignored him. As now we see a 4-year-old Naruto inside his own apartment, crying in silent tears now, because he missed having a family. The basic of the basic things a child should have. A bunch of parents. As both of the parents reacted to this, as they felt huge amount of sadness and anger for Danzo. Mind explaining this, Danzo? Why would you do this to a child? And why, Hiruzen-sama? You promised us to protect him. Listen, Kushina. This is the future. And once you and Minato are alive, this doesn't need to happen. But why did it happen? If anything happens to us, is this how Naruto is going to be treated? I'd rather not have him a Jinchuriki then. Not at all. Not one bit. It was meant to be. The kid, he is the property of Konoha whether you like it or not. A Jinchuriki is a property. So you're saying that I, the heiress to the Uzumaki clan, am your property? Yes, in a sense, Kushina. No, Danzo, you're sadly mistaken. The Kyuubi was always Uzumaki's because Uzumakis took that role upon themselves. We can hand over the Biju back, what will you do then? Who are you gonna seal it inside of? As Danzo remained quiet. That's what I thought. Now suck it up. As later on, they turned towards their friends, and you people call yourselves our friend. Why? Why did you do that? We don't know. We were maybe never told. That is correct, said the keeper. Hiruzen kept it a secret as Minato wanted. So you can't blame them. They never really knew. It is a drag, but I think my other self knows. He just doesn't want to tell out, and not until Hiruzen-sama says so. That is why. You see, as the screen was going on, as a flash shoe in the screen that Naruto, who was now 4, was approached in the playground, who was playing all by himself by none other than 4-year-old Shikamaru and Choji. As the three of them became good friends. See? As Choza and Shikaku were happy. Told you. Even if we know, we won't tell this to anyone. Heck, they are your friends. They should be able to see some resemblance. I mean, hey, even if Akamichi is focused on eating, even we take notice to details of such extent. I mean, come on. Are you guys that dumb? As the others blushed, knowing that they were fully embarrassed. As now we see the story progressed as the keeper fast forwarded it to a few years as they saw Naruto reach at the age of 9, and at that time he had now gained a rank for pranking. But unluckily enough, his senseis were mistreating him by making sure he failed each and every important class and was always out of it. So to retaliate, Naruto started to do pranks, in which he was able to gain a lot of speed and agility and stealth. Ryuzen always allowed this and encouraged this, knowing that it will help Naruto in the future. But what he did not anticipate was that he painted the whole Hokage monument in doodles in broad daylight with orange jumpsuit hanging down from a rope, as Kushina chuckled with concern, even though I must admit that is quite brave, bold, and funny at the same time. But is that rope being safe? Oh my god. My Hokage face statue. Seriously? Really? A nosebleed of all the things? An old idiot, huh? I gotta admit, the kid really has outdone himself. I mean, going from a sad brat to a annoying one, really. And that is when the other pranks were shown. Itching powder in the bathtubs of the Hyugas, as well as dyeing all of the Uchiha's hair pink, bright pink. And as for the Yamanakas, their shampoos were replaced with hair removal, so they all turned bald. And as for Akamichis, Naruto added huge amount of chili to their, special barbecue, making it impossible for them to eat such food, which was so extremely spicy for them. And even hunted down one of the Nara's deers and roasted the beef in front of them of the deer, while enjoying. As now we see the reaction of the clan. Seriously? How can he do that? Those are our deers, and it is by law that we should kill anyone who does that. You're lucky that your kids get a pass, because we feel guilty. Why? Said Joza Akamichi. So much food wasted. Why would he do that? As for Yamanaka, Inoichi, he hugged his hair and long ponytail. Seriously? Me turning bald? That is the most horrifying thing that I have ever seen. And Misaki and, oh my god, my daughter, everyone else, will be a bunch of baldies. No, that is the most cursed thing that anyone has ever done to us. As now we see Tsuzumi's reaction. Fleas? Seriously? Fleas of all things? Jeez, he does know our weaknesses. Even if it is funny at the same time, it is not funny. You get what I mean, right? Of course I do. Adding itching powder to our steam baths. You know that it is the most vulnerable we feel at the time, and he took that from us. He took away our stress time and made it more stressful for us. Dyeing our hair deep shade of pink? Seriously? I mean, come on. But hey, you gotta admit those were some good pranks. Right? I mean, he'd also pranked me, his father, kind of without knowing that. I mean, the nosebleed and all. As Kushina was having the time of her life. As that is when on the screen near it, the keeper then said, Now, focus on the screen. We see that Naruto fast forwarded as he reached at the age of 13. This is when the things took a darker turn. Everything was okay until now. Once Naruto becomes a shinobi, a genin, everything will go down from there on. As they watched, Naruto and Team 7 under Kakashi Hatake went on a lot of missions, and once their first C-rank mission came, it turned out to be an A-rank one. As everyone was quite concerned because they were facing Zabuza Momochi, one of the 7 swordmen of the mist, and they were no joke. And luckily enough, Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura girl were able to take care of that. And later on, they saw that Naruto did a lot for the team while not getting any recognition from both Sasuke and Sakura. While Kakashi was worried, he was forced by the council, especially the elders, to teach Sasuke more. And he was, pushed hard as well. How can he do that? How could Kakashi do this? Said Minato. I mean, I know that he's my student and he feels burdened about Obito, but this gives him no leverage in this department. I mean, all of them are his students. Does he want the same thing to happen again? For them to be killed? And only for Sasuke to remain alive? Yes, you were right, Minato. That is something that we shouldn't allow. And Danzo, why would you suggest such a thing? The Uchiha, he is the last one, as the keeper said. I wonder what happened to them. Oh, you want to know? In the future it will be revealed, but I will give you a little hint, Danzo. You. As Danzo flinched, as Fugaku's eyes were on him, as his Sharingan was activated, and not only that, everyone was holding him back. You fucker. What did you do? What did you do? In due time and in future, everything will be revealed, Fugaku. Not many things were as they were seen to the eye. Now you'll realize just how far does this deep web goes. As now we see, Naruto was at home resting from the wounds and was preparing for Chunin exams. As he was planning for a prank, he decided to visit his Gigi, and as he arrived there, he saw something that he shouldn't have. Hiruzen Sarutobi was murdered in cold blood by being poisoned by none other than the three elders. What? They poisoned the Hokage! You have made the gravest of sins, and you will pay for that, said Hiyashi, as the others were not pleased as well. Sorry, old friend. You needed to go, and now we must take control of Jinchuriki, but first we must break him. We need to blame this on him somehow. You don't need to worry about that, Hanbus. Bring the Jinchuriki in. As Naruto was forced, as in his hand the evidence was placed, and now it was testified that Naruto really was the killer, and he was betrayed by all his friends. Nobody believed him, even Shikamaru. Because he knew that he had to read the results. Even in his heart, he found it hard that Naruto would do that, but he knew what every proof was in front of him was the reality. Why would you do this, you idiot? Why? Trust me when I say this, Shikamaru, said now a wounded Naruto because of the beating and torture of the, shinobis, and by Danzo. As literally before anything would happen, the cheers morphed in the form of restraints. What? Why would you do this? As the video stopped, as the keeper said, I don't wish for this wide domain to be dirtied with blood. If you wish to do such a thing, then wait. Because there are a lot of more secrets than you need to know. As Kushina literally caused cracks in the bindings. I will kill you, son of a bitch. As for Minato, he wasn't any fearing near. He gave a death stare to, Danzo. As Danzo was in the midst of all, he knew one thing. His future self fucked up, and he was the one who was going to pay the worst. As the keeper then said, now keep your eyes here. I will keep the restraint on for the time being. As then they watched that Naruto was now sent to blood prison. But in the name of that, Danzo abducted him, tortured him even further and beyond. Tortured him so much that he broke and died one day. And his dead body was found in his cell. Oh, he wasn't that strong. And the seal? Looks like Shinigami took the Kyuubi. He's useless. Throw him into the river, or at the Valley of the End, wherever you wish to. As the Anbus left, and threw him at the Valley of the End. As Naruto's body slumped down underwater, the Anbus left. As Minato and everyone else was now enraged. You will pay for this, Danzo. I will kill you, said Minato. He couldn't control his anger, as Jiraiya and Tsunade, who has remained quiet till now, they were enraged as well. As Jiraiya, who wasn't restrained, got up and grabbed Danzo by the neck and literally punched him again and again until his face began to bleed out. Enough, Jiraiya. Go back to your seat, said Hiruzen. Why? I need to kill this son of a bitch. I don't get it why you keep him around. Neither do I want to, but I have no choice. Not at least for now. We will settle the score once we return, Danzo, and you two will pay. As now we see, Danzo was still bleeding out. Tsunade, heal him. Why? Heal him so we can deal with him later on. He deserves much worse than this, and that will be coming to him. You don't need to worry about that department. As a snap of a finger, Keeper healed everyone. Now, settle down. I will add restraints to everyone so you cannot escape or get hit. As now the restraints were added, they watched that a being half white and black in a Venus flytrap was watching this all. Do you still think that he is the perfect candidate? Yes. We need to revive Madara, and since he is dead and he is the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki, he will do good. We will make sure to gain good use of him. And mothers demand that the child of prophecy should be on their, side. As now we see the said being picked up Naruto's body and arrived at a dark cave where Naruto was laid down. And his eyes were literally grabbed and plucked out. And that is when, in a jar, a pair of eyes were revealed. Those eyes. Those are the Madara's real eyes. I have seen the manuscript of those eyes mentioned in the books of our history. Those are his eyes, but why? As Naruto's eyes were replaced by Madara's, and so was his DNA. Oh my god, this person, he is mixing Madara's DNA with his. As that is when we see Madara's soul was resurrected inside Naruto. But once his soul arrived there, Naruto was in a comatose state. Why hasn't he woken up? I thought you did everything right. Of course we did everything right, said the white half. It takes time, and we should wait patiently until he heals. As they all watched, as that is when Tsunade got up and said, I don't get it. How is this even possible? How does this jutsu work? It's not a jutsu. It is done by the will of Kage Otsutsuki, the rabbit goddess, the one who will fall by his hand. And you all shall as well. As now we see, Madara found himself inside an empty seal, a hollow seal that was crumbling down. Where am I supposed to be? Madara, he really is back. This is not good. As that is when he saw a kid crying in a corner. As that is when he saw the memories of the kid as soon as he touched him. As that is when he saw a huge visage of a fox glaring at him. Madara, is that you? Kyuubi no Yoko. Why? Why do you sound so weak? That is because I have been keeping this brat and I myself alive. Due to this seal, I'm tied down to him. And I have no choice but to do this. It has been a few months since he's like this, and it's getting hard for me to keep up, to keep him alive and awake. I see. Makes my job easier. He's going to betray you. I heard a lot. He's working for the rabbit goddess. He is her will. And he is going to kill you and make a sacrifice of you to make a gateway for her arrival. Do not listen to his words. Madara, you are being used, said Kyuubi in a strained voice as Madara was in deep thought. I see. As Madara touched the kid, he sensed something. Naruto's soul was engulfed into him. What did you do? I didn't do anything. As Kyuubi finally felt tired, as he could stop doing this, his soul and your soul is merged. I don't know how it happened, but it did. I did it, said Hagoromo Otsutsuki as he arrived there. Father, rest my child, and help Madara out, will you, once he woke up? He will tell you everything. I understand. As now Madara was asleep, Kyuubi was asleep, Madara stood there with the combined soul of Naruto as Hagoromo appeared. As the screen stopped once more, as the keeper looked at everyone who was in shock and downright amazed by this, and they wanted to know answers. My son. Minato and Kushina again and again said, he's dead. He killed our son. We need to get him back. He's not dead. He's not even born yet. And I'll make sure that he does. That is why this is all happening. That is why you're given a chance to improve. Because what you see is the terrifying future. And what can be, what it is not for you now. As everyone at that moment realized, see Danzo? Your mistakes, your choices, your jealousy and ego made all of this. Because of you trying to play the king, the god that you wanted to be, this has happened. Are you happy with that? No, said Danzo in a lower tone, because he realized the gravity of the choices that he has made. And all of them, they were not good. Not good one bit. As now we see in the screen, as the screen flashed back, Hagoromo continued on. Naruto is going to be the child of prophecy to stop my mother. So what the QB said is true then. Unfortunately, yes it is. There is no Moon Eye plan that will save everyone. It will consume the chakra to feed my mother and give back the power that I took from her and spread it to you all, killing you all in an instant. But this power has caused then a lot of hatred. Where there are victors, there are also those who have been vanquished. Under the light, there is always a spot where darkness follows and grows. That is correct, Madara. And that is why I have made a complete balance of yin and yang by combining yours and Naruto's soul. You contain the darkness, he contains the light. And by combining you two, we have the perfect harmony. You are free to use even my powers. Take them down. Them, yes. They do not deserve my power, and only those with good heart will. Do this jutsu once you're done, and only those with the kindest of hearts and the purest and genuine souls will be able to unlock and use the power. The power of chakra. No longer it is available to all. As at that moment, the video paused, as everyone then was in shock and had many questions. The sage can do that? Yes, he can do that, but he chose not to because he tried to again and again convince us that we would use the powers given to us, given to you, with great care. And yet you used his ninju, converted it into his ninjutsu that his enemies wanted, to boast your egos, to boast your, well, as you call it, territories. As all of them looked down. The chakra was never meant for such things, was it? No. It was meant to bring you all together, to form a peaceful community, to help you out in day-to-day life, to make it easier. Not to start an all-out war. As now we see, the story continued as the keeper began. As after given the power and the knowledge, Madara woke up. Zetsu, Madara-sama, your will awaits you. Welcome into your new body. I know. Go and tell the rest of the Akatsuki. What? Prepare. Prepare for what, my lord? Prepare for my meeting. First, I need to take care of a few things, according to my schedule. First of them being taking back my gunpei that it held in the Uchiha clan compound and destroy a part of Konoha for what they did to make this body weak, said Madara. As you wish, my lord. As now we see, Madara limpingly walked away as Zetsu said, the operation was successful. Everything went according to plan, but why is he acting like this? Something is off. This Zetsu. He is the will of Kaguya, you say, said Minato. Why is he acting, like this? Wasn't Madara supposed to be his ally and he supposed to act in front of Madara like he is his will? Of course, but he is not Madara's will, remember? And he is the one who is the puppeteer playing puppets with all of you, forming and using you as his, chess pieces however he sees fit. And the chessboard is, the whole world. He's playing checkers for all of you are playing chess. As later on we see, as the video continued, as Madara arrived at the Uchiha compound to take the gunpei, as he held it in his hand, as he then said, "Don't worry, Naruto. You and I are now one and the same. I feel your pain. And the people who betrayed you, they all shall pay." As with a single swing, huge gust of wind was formed as literally the whole Uchiha compound was demolished. Instantly, as the noise was such that even the Well, elders and the current Kage, which was none other than Danzo Shimura, was alerted as all of them arrived there. Naruto Uzumaki, how the hell are you alive? Who is Naruto? My name is Madara Uchiha, and I have come back to destroy Konoha and finish what I started. As Naruto's eyes closed and morphed into Mangekyo Sharingan, as a huge colossal titan made out of chakra was formed, the Susanoo, said Fugaku as he got up. It can't be possible. He's really wielding the power of the Uchiha, and Madara Uchiha nonetheless. The full potential of it. I have only heard stories. It is said that he could summon meteors as well. This is not looking good for Konoha at all. Yes, and I think we kind of deserve that, said Hiyashi, as both of them settled down, as the story continued. Naruto, with a single slash of both of his swords from the Susanoo, caused huge cuts to form in the whole village, and later on he summoned huge meteors, while deflecting each and every bit of their attacks through the strong upholded armor of his Susanoo to destroy and demolish Konoha. Konoha literally was now nothing more than a crater, destroyed within mere seconds, as Naruto or Madara then said, pathetic. As then they watched him huddle towards the other side, as what happened next was all-out abomination and destruction. It was not to send out a message, not a warning, it was just to make an end to this all. After the destruction, Madara then made a twisted form of the promised fulfillment to Sage. He only revived those with a good heart, so that they could be the only ones to roam this world and mingle together to stay alive. And after reviving them, Madara gathered them at one place, and only, surprisingly, 300 people were amongst them. 300 out of all the populace of the elemental nation. Surprisingly, this is quite low. I believe there must have been more. As even all of the council members were shocked, as well as the viewers. This can't be right. Only 300 people out of all of this? We are all stained by the sins we have committed, Minato. That is why we wish for you to change the future, said none other than the Keeper, because this is not the future and peace we wanted. We wanted a peace in which everyone could be happy and have second chances. And that is why we wish for you to change it. And to begin with, you should start over here with Danzo. He's the root of many of the problems, because once he's gone, everything will start to come in order. Then there's Akatsuki, and then there is you all and your egos. Can you really put aside your egos and let go of your hatred just to start over? As all of them were in deep thought. Have you ever gave it a thought? Have you ever tried? As then they all remained quiet. Now let us watch the conclusion of this world. And after that, I will ask you a few questions and then you can leave. As now we see, as they all watched with a heavy heart, as Naruto and they ruled over, and whoever was born was brought in front of Naruto, who acted like a sage to them, who was an immortal sage. As if the child was corrupted, he would literally disappear as if he never existed. As the parents would cry silent tears knowing that their child would have caused many. His influence grew so much that he even changed the mindset of people. And if their child was loving and caring as them, he would exist. This was a twisted piece that Naruto had achieved with combination of Madara and something that everyone regretted. No one could have stand in their way. And as for Kamiyami and Shinigami and Sage, they themselves vowed that they would not interfere in the mortal realm. And that is why this madness was caused. Such madness! How can this be allowed? I get it that he went through a lot, but this is the end? Yes, this is the end. And you wanna know something more shocking? The populace is reduced to 250 now. Because each year less and less kind-hearted souls are born, and the world is going to die out, and Naruto will become the sage of nothing. You get it? Nothing. And he will die out alone, forever forgotten. And to change that, we need you to start the alternate reality. Change this completely. As Kyuubi then once more was able to speak thanks to Keeper's power. Thank you, Keeper-sama. Thank you for showing us all this. We promise to you this much, that we will change for the best. And we, once return, will get rid of our problems and roots. And we must try to get along with others as well. Don't worry, they all have been gathered here. As the mirrors disappeared of whiteness as they washed, as the room was different with each color, as each elemental nation's important figures proceeded there, as they all looked at each other. You guys are having the same thoughts, right? Danzo needs to go. Wait, said Fugaku. You didn't answer me. How did the Uchiha clan die? Because of Danzo. He ordered Itachi to butcher down your whole clan to save your second son, Sasuke, and some of the kids. That is what he did, but the Danzo betrayed him by killing everyone except for his brother and taking their eyes. That bastard. We will make sure he suffers and pays for every crime he is about to commit. As after that, the keeper made sure they all disappeared as he morphed into another self, as that person was Hagoromo himself. And that Hagoromo transformed into Naruto, the Sage of Nothingness, because this was his domain and he wanted everything to be changed after millions of years of being the Sage of Nothingness. Even if I have the power of Madara after becoming one, even if I have everything that I wanted, my form of twisted peace shall not exist, because I realize this now, that I also am a part of a problem. I hope you're alright with this, Kurama. Of course, kid. You made the right choice, even after all these years. I'm an old man, you still call me kid. Well, to me, you're still a kid then, I guess. True, my friend. As Naruto, the old sage, began to disappear, turning into dust, knowing that their new reality was already beginning and settling ill, and he and his plane will no longer exist. Could think that our time ended with us, and us alone. Yeah, kid, it's good to have you by my side when this ended. As Naruto and his dimension disappeared, replaced by a new reality in which Naruto had a family and Danzo was taken care of and the peace prevailed alongside the death of Akatsuki. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you like this story, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And Spidey, I hope you're happy with this, man. To be honest, I changed a lot, but yeah, it was inspired by your idea. Anyways, enough said. Without any further ado, let's end the story here. This is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!